Okay, question number 10. The sum of the perimeters of two different equilateral triangles is 78 inches, and the difference between the perimeters is 9 inches. If F represents the side length of the smaller triangle and G represents the side length of the larger triangle, write a system of equations that could be used to find the length of the triangles. Now, one word probably caused the largest problem in this problem, number 10. Equilateral. You have to know what an equilateral triangle is. An equilateral triangle is a triangle that all three sides are equal or have the same side length. So we're going to draw, our test correction form says to do this on your test because there wasn't room on the correction form. So we're going to draw two equilateral triangles. There's the first equilateral triangle and the second equilateral triangle. One of them is larger than the other because they're not the same, and it even mentions in the problem that you have a smaller triangle and a larger triangle. The side length of each one of these triangles is the same. The side lengths are the same for each triangle. So the smaller triangle has a side length that's represented by F. So every side of the smaller triangle has a length of F. And the side length of the larger triangle is represented by G. So each side of the larger triangle is G units long. So now the very first sentence says the sum of the perimeters of the two equilateral triangles is 78 inches. And then we have that the difference between the perimeters is 9 inches. Both of these statements require us to know the perimeters of the triangles. So the perimeter of the smaller triangle is equal to 3F. And the perimeter of the larger triangle is equal to 3G. Now we can write our two equations. Remember, perimeter means adding all the sides. Perimeter means to add up all the sides. So F plus F plus F equals 3F. And of the larger triangle, you have G plus G plus G, which equals 3G. Sum means to add. It's the operation. It tells you to add. And sum is your answer when you add. So equation 1 says the sum of the two perimeters is 78. So perimeter of one triangle is 3F. Sum tells us to add, so plus the perimeter of the larger triangle. And in algebra is always the same as equals 78. So there is equation 1. 3F plus 3G equals 78. The next statement says the difference between the perimeters is 9. The word difference says that we're going to subtract. This equation requires us to think logically. Our difference is positive. We get a positive 9. That means we have to start with the larger amount. And the perimeter of the larger triangle is 3G. We will subtract the perimeter of the smaller triangle. And again, is always equals in algebra 9.